Okay.
And we'll start with a foot massage. So you're welcome to stand up and take one of your therapy balls. And let's start with a foot massage. I hope it's becoming a habit of yours.
Yes,
Yeah?
definitely.
That's excellent. Okay. So, and I hope you don't mind seeing my legs for this. So let's just start rolling the feet out. Start gently, and you're welcome to hold onto something if you feel a little tippy. See how the bottom of your foot feels this morning. Gently warming it up. Placing the heel on the floor now, your toes on the ball. See if you can squeeze the ball with your toes. The first 2 or 3, however many you can fit on the ball, squeezing gently. And then moving over to the other toes and also squeezing. And then rolling it out again. Sensing the movement from the ball into the bottom of your sole and sensing the movement inside the sole of your foot over the ball. Let's see if we can sort of send an intention for this class to feel things, right? Just trying to sense and really give your brain a chance to register the sensations that you're experiencing. Beautiful. So now the ball of the foot on the ball, let's see if we can find a sideways tilt. So the ball rolls across the sole of your foot, and also the ankle tilts side to side as you do this. Try not to move the rest of the body. So if somebody was looking at you from the waist up, they wouldn't even know that you're doing this. Yeah, side to side. Very nice. Now try placing the foot on one side of the ball. Pick it up. See if you can clear the ball and bring the foot over to the other side of the ball and put it down. Try not to move the torso. So the torso stays upright. The action is in the ankle, up and over, and then up and over again. If this is not happening without pitching the hips back, just take a step back so the ball is under your toes rather than under the ball of the foot, and try it again here. So the intention is to get the ankle working, right? Notice what you feel through the front of your shin. Up and over. Nice. And now standing on your left, extend your right, curl the toes under. You're welcome to use something softer underneath the tops of your toes. And then gently go side to side. Again, try not to move the rest of the body. Just the leg in and out. Standing nice and strong on your left foot. Step in, curl the toes under, and bend the knee. And let's do the other side. Rolling out the foot. See how this side is doing. Go along the inner edge, the outer edge. Breathing through the nose. Now the ball will be under the toes. The big toe, the second toe, maybe the third toe. Squeeze the ball with your toes like you're trying to pick it up. Times. And then over to the last 2 or 3 toes, squeezing. Roll it out again. Gently kneading the bottom of your foot with the ball. Making it nice and pliable. Beautiful. So now the ball of the foot will stay on the ball, the heel will be on the floor, and we'll go side to side, going across your transverse arch, and also looking for the tilt through the ankle. So if you look at me from the front, you see this kind of wave-like motion side to side. And everything above my waistline is trying to stay still. And roll it out again. And I will bring the foot to one side of the ball. Pull the top of the foot up to your shin. Clear the ball, up and over. Try not to move the hips back, up and over. Pull, 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 pull to one side. Up, pull, 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 pull to the other side. Couple more times, up and over. Compare the range of motion in this ankle to the one that you did before. Does it feel like it's easier or is it more challenging? Nice. One last time, up and over. Standing on your right, extend the left behind you, curl the toes under. See how it feels to have the hips forward, then back, and then find plumb line here that goes from your hip into your knee, into the ankle. And the rest of the body doesn't move. And notice if you're sort of sinking into the opposite hip, can you hug it in? Yay. There you go, Louise. That was a nice correction. Perfect. Did you notice that? How you were like hanging in there? Yeah. Hug it in. Beautiful. Nice. Now curl the toes, press the toes into the floor. Send the knee forward, stretching the opposite way. Nice. Great. So we'll find the loop and we'll put it over the ankles. So if you don't have the loop today, just don't worry about it. Just sort of pretend that you do have the loop over your ankles. And we'll stand hip width apart. You'll find the resistance. And you'll try to press out into that resistance. You give in to the resistance. Look at your toes and make sure that the toes are pointing forward. See how they want to turn out? Yeah, and have your feet wide enough to feel the resistance from the loop, like it's pulling your legs together. Connect all the toes to the floor and then press out into the resistance from the loop. And notice the support that you receive from your ankle into your knee, into your hip. And then give into that resistance, register the sensation of letting go, giving in, and how your inner arch probably moved closer to the floor, and then you resist out into that band. Nice, and then give in again, but slowly, still feeling that sensation, and then press out. One more time, in. The toes are connecting to the floor, and then out, press out. Very nice. Beautiful. And we'll take the loop off. And we'll find the long piece now. So I want you to really remember the sensation that you experienced across the ankles when you were resisting into that loop. So with your long piece, we will step onto one end, sort of pinning it down with your foot. And as you're standing here, press out into the ankles, right? Find that support from the ankle into your knee. Holding onto your resistance band. Find that pressing out through the ankle so you receive that support. Decide how low you want to hold onto the band so that you feel some resistance, but it's not too much. It's not pulling you down, right? And your shoulder feels comfortable. And everybody will have like a different sort of resistance that they tolerate well right now. So from here, I want you to shrug the shoulder up to your ear. Feel the resistance from the band. Try to keep the elbow straight. See how the elbow is straight? It's all in the shoulder blade. And then slowly, slowly release down. Keep pressing out through the ankles. So lift up, and then slowly down. And the arm is right along the side of the body, up. The elbow is straight. I know it's really hard. The elbow really wants to take over. So it's all in the shoulder blade. Beautiful. Keep doing it, and I'll turn my shoulder blade to you so you sort of see this movement, and you try to visualize this movement on your own shoulder blade. Up, down, up. The elbow is straight, down. Pressing out through the ankles, up, down. So keep it hanging down. Now let's try to rotate the arm bone inside your shoulder socket. So like you're turning your palm back and out, and then the other way. The arm is hanging straight down still. The elbow is straight in. The arm doesn't move forward or back. It keeps hanging down and then out. Beautiful, pressing out through the ankles and then in and then out. Aha, beautiful. Come back to neutral. So notice how it's two different things, right? We're moving the shoulder blade. Let's try again. The arm is hanging in neutral and then down. Try not to lift the opposite shoulder, right? So we're staying square. It's just the shoulder blade lifts up. Nice and slow, down. So now the shoulder blade stays still, and we're moving the arm bone in and out, and in and out. Very nice. Now let's slowly let go. Check out that arm. And we'll just reach it out to the side. Let's actually hold on to your ball, and we'll try those rotations without the band. You can bring the arm down. So that's what we were doing with the band, right? In and out. And now bring your arm up. So this is sort of, shoulder is flexed now. Try those rotations here. Bring the arm down. Let's try moving the shoulder blade. So up and down, squeeze the ball. Nice and slow, up and down. So now let's try moving the shoulder blade forward. So see how the arm moves ahead of the body, in front of the body, and then back. And the arm bone stays still inside that socket, and forward, and then back. Beautiful. So move your shoulder blade forward, and now see if you can add the internal rotation of the arm bone in. Come back to neutral, bring the shoulder blade back, move it back, and add external rotation there. Come back to neutral. Shoulder blade moves forward, you add internal rotation. You come back to neutral, move the shoulder blade, and add external rotation through the shoulder. External, external. Yeah, good, Lisa. Beautiful. And then let go. Check it out. And let's do the other side. So we will stand on the loop on the other side. Find the resistance that works for you. Feet are hip width apart and you're pressing out into the ankles. Okay? I'm going to shrug the shoulder up nice and gentle. And then slowly down. When you're doing this, notice if the rib cage wants to sort of pop up open or if the hips want to shift forward. Pressing out through the ankles really helps to find that vertical plumb line through the entire body. Up and then slowly down. And try not to give in to the resistance, sort of plopping down. Resist the whole time, nice and slow, so you feel that gradual letting go. Up and down. The opposite shoulder stays still. Elbow stays straight. Up. Try not to drop the opposite shoulder, right? Down. One more time, up. And slowly down. One more time, up. And slowly down. So now let's try moving the shoulder blade forward, holding onto the band. Move it forward. I'll turn my shoulder blade to you. And then move it back. The arm bone stays in neutral. Move it forward. And move it back. And move it forward. And move it back. Beautiful. Come back to neutral. Let's lift the shoulder blade up. Move it forward, down, and back. Up, forward, down, and back. And switch the circle. Forward, up, back, and down, forward, up, back, and down. Beautiful. Slowly let go. Shake it out. Find your tune-up ball. And let's try those rotations without the bend now. The shoulder blade, right, stays still. Look for the rotation of the arm bone inside the shoulder socket. In and out. Holding the shoulder blade still, right? Okay. Now the arm bone is in neutral. Move the shoulder blade forward. Move the shoulder blade back. The ribcage stays still. Forward and back. Forward. Now we add the rotation of the arm bone. Rotate in. Come back to neutral. Move the shoulder blade back and add the external rotation. Neutral. Shoulder blade forward. Bone internally rotated. Neutral. Shoulder blade back. Externally rotate the bone. Beautiful. Nice. Come back to neutral. Bring it out to the side. Rotate here. As you're bringing the arm out to the side, notice, is your body tilting? Maybe your opposite arm is sort of hugging in. Try standing upright and connect to that sensation of pressing out through the ankle still. Beautiful. Nice. And we'll put the ball down. Find your loop again, and we'll loop it over the original side, whatever side you started on. So pull on the band. Now see if you can pretend there's something on top of your head, right? You're pressing up against it. Your chin is tucked in, and we'll move the ear to the shoulder while pulling on the strap. Nice and gentle. Then come back to center, over to the other side. Notice the difference. This side is not pulling, right? And then come back to center. Over to the opposite ear. Feel that stretch to the side of your neck. Come back to center. Now soften your knees a little bit, and then slowly allow your body to sort of drape over an imaginary beach ball on the side, and your band is pulling you down gently. Release your head down, and then reach your opposite arm up towards the sky. Pull pull the fingertips back to your head. So you're flexing your wrist. Like this. Yeah. And slowly bring yourself back up. Nice. So find your ball, still holding onto this band. The idea is to sense the resistance and not give into it, right? And also pressing out through the ankles. Hold the ball in your opposite arm. Rotate the arm bone in. We'll try to keep the shoulder blades still on your rib cage. We'll reach the arm back behind us in internal rotation. And I'm gonna open the armpit out to the side, bring the arm up and over and to the front. These are called shoulder cars, right? So we're rotating the arm bone inside the shoulder blade socket. Rotate in, reach back. Armpit opens towards the sky, up and over, and bring it to the front. Pressing out through your ankles. Rotate in, reach back, up and over. And the chest is staying still, right? Square to the screen. Rotate in, reach back. Armpit opens up and over. Beautiful. Nice. And then slowly let go of your band. Shake out both arms. Let's switch over to the other side. Bend over your side. So first we'll do those sideway reaches. So stabilizing your body against this resistance, pressing out through the ankles. We will pretend there's something on top of your head. Press up into it, and opposite ear to the shoulder without letting the shoulders come up to the ear. The chin is gently tucked in, and slowly bring your head back up. Now try the other side and just feel the difference. Maybe pull the fingertips up, flexing the wrist. And let's do the opposite side again. Feel the stretch through the side of the neck, tuck the chin in, and slowly bring the head back to center. Soften the knees. Now we'll gently and slowly give into that pull from the band. Pretend there is a beach ball on the side and you're draping your body over it. Soften your knees and then reach the arm up and over and flex your wrist. Allow your head to hang. And then push. And then come up. Holding onto your tuna ball. Still sort of resisting. But pull from the band. The chest is square. Pressing out through the ankles into that loop, imaginary loop. Let's reach the arm back. Rotate up and over. The chest stays square, beautiful. Your circle might be smaller than mine, don't worry about it. The idea is to keep stable through the torso and then find as much rotation as you have available in your shoulder joint. Squeezing the ball, reach back, ribs in, head right on top of the shoulders, up and over. 2 more times, reach. So internal rotation, the arm bone moves in, reach back, up and over. One last time, reach back, up and over. Nice, and letting that go, nice and slow. Take the other tuna ball. You're gonna hold it in both hands and we'll reach the arms out to the side. Soften your knees. We'll rotate one arm out and one arm bone in. And then we'll switch. Ooh, nice. So notice if the ribs want to pop up open, right? Keep that lid on. Rotating one arm in one arm out. And maybe if this is way too high for you, you can lower your arms down and try it here if this feels better, right? Rotate. One in, one out, squeezing the balls. Soften your knees. So now rotating one in, one out. Let's switch towards the arm that's rotated out, reach. And that one is rotating in. And come back to center. Rotate to the opposite side and reach. And come back to center. Rotate, reach. And come back. Rotate. Beautiful, nice. And let go of the balls. Check out the hands. Let's find our broccoli elastic. We'll just sort of, we've been gripping for a while. We'll just do the opposite action. If you're tired of standing up, you're welcome to sit down. We'll loop the elastic over the tips of our fingers. I'm looking for the one that works best for me. Pressing out. Right across the fingertips. Nice. Now hold on to your forearm, flex your wrist, and without changing this shape, pressing out into the bend. Notice if one of the fingers doesn't really want to participate. And now we're going to extend. And we'll press out again. Beautiful. Put the band down, hold onto the ball. Still holding onto your forearm. Squeeze the ball. Flex and extend here while squeezing the ball. Bring the back of your hand parallel to the floor. Go side to side without changing this angle. Go for a circle. Again, the forearm doesn't move here. I'm holding it with my hand to encourage the forearm to stay still. And I keep squeezing into my fingers into the ball. Switch the direction, go the opposite way. Beautiful, come back to neutral. Now try rotating the forearm all the way towards the floor. And then out. Rotate down towards the floor. Rotate. So now straighten the arm. Rotate, flex. Rotate, down. Rotate, in. Rotate all the way down. Rotate, in. Nice, put the ball down. Let's stretch the fingers. So spread the fingers wide. Gently press into the fingers, sort of pull them back, but also resist into that hand, right? Straighten the elbow. Reach the thumb out to the side, towards the screen, in towards the pinky side, down, out to the side, towards the screen. Keep resisting the fingers that you're stretching back into that hand. And switch the direction, go the opposite way. Nice, and then squeeze, squeeze, and shake out. Lovely, do you feel warming up and yeah, like bubbles going up the arm. Nice, so opposite hand. And Gloria was telling me how she is doing this while driving now. Terry's at the wheel and she's doing these wonderful strengthening exercises with broccoli elastics. So good. Pressing out. Right across the fingertips. Holding onto the forearm, let's flex the wrist. And then press out. You can also try moving your sort of head side to side, and you'll be surprised how, different it will feel when you're working your fingertips, how it kind of radiates up your neck. Nice. Now extend the wrist. Try keeping it in extension and pressing out. Beautiful. Let it go. Hold on to the ball. Flex and extend here. Keep squeezing the ball. Notice how the fingers want to let go when you're extending. Try to find close to 90 degrees here. Really extend with effort. Nice. Back of the hand parallel to the floor, go side to side. And then go for a circle. Switch the direction. The forearm stays still. Pretend you're moving through honey. So there is resistance there, right? You're moving slowly at the wrist. Nice. Letting go. Spread the fingers. Press them back, but resist forward. Straightening the elbow, reach the thumb out to the side. Big, slow circle. And switch the direction, go the opposite way. Pressing out through your ankles still, if you're standing. Yeah. Nice. And then letting go. Squeeze, really squeeze hard. Let go and shake. Hold on to your band one last time. We'll stand up for a second. And we'll just pull on the band gently and see if you can move your arms around. So start with just a tiny bit of resistance from your band, not much at all. Make sure you're connecting through the soles of your feet into the floor, and you're pressing into your imaginary loop over the ankles. And just in whatever fashion that's comfortable for your shoulders, yeah. Try to keep your ribs right on top of the pelvis, not moving the ribs. So we're not rocking to the mid-upper back. And then try creating a little bit more resistance. So hold your hand slightly closer. Try not to break at the wrist. See how it kind of wants to buckle here? So one line from the wrist into the arm. Pulling on the bend now. And trying that same circle with a little bit more resistance. Ribs on top of your pelvis. Keep pulling on your bend. And switch the direction again. Oh, that's so good. Beautiful. Now loop it over your upper mid-back, just underneath your shoulder blades. Pull on the bend. You'll have to hold on it. I have a loop here. So press into the bend and then gently give into the resistance. Then press, then give in. Press, keep pressing into the resistance. Connect to your ankles, so you're pressing out through the ankles. Now gentle rotation over to one side. The pelvis stays square. Come back to center. Keep pressing out through your upper mid-back where you feel the bend. Over to the opposite side. Come back to center. Over to your original side. Keep your torso in a spiral. Continue the movement through your neck to look towards your back shoulder. Tuck the chin in and slowly draw your chin in towards the chest and up towards your front shoulder, down to your chest, to your back shoulder. One more time. Down to your chest, to your front shoulder, down to your chest, to your back shoulder, and then slowly come back to center. Release your arms down for a sec. Ooh. And we'll do it on the opposite side. So pull. Press out into the band. So see the difference? I gave in, Pressing out. Now slowly rotating over to the opposite side. Keep your torso in a spiral. Continue the movement through your neck. Look towards your back shoulder. Chin in. Down to your chest and up to your front shoulder. Down to your chest and up to your back shoulder. Into your chest. Front shoulder. Down to your chest and your back shoulder. Beautiful. Come back to center. And then release the bend. Beautiful. And let's just shake a little bit. Gentle bounce, let your arms go, let your shoulders go, so much work. Maybe move your torso a little bit. Bouncing up and down. A bit more vigorously. Shake it, shake it. And then slowing it down. Find stillness, allow everything to settle. Notice your breath settling down as well. Connecting to the soles of your feet. Pressing out through the ankles. Receiving the support into your hips, into your pelvis. Your ribcage goes right on top of the pelvis. And your head is right on top of your shoulders. And your arms are hanging by your sides. Noticing the three-dimensional expansion through the ribcage. And a gentle letting go. And again, expanding on the inhale. And letting go on the exhale. Nice. Open your eyes and let's go down onto our floor. And we'll take a few moments here on your hands and knees. By all means, use a blanket under your knees if your knees need a little bit more cushioning. Let's just do a few minutes of free flow, like 2 or 3 minutes, to see what your body would really enjoy now, and go for it. We really warmed up our shoulders, our hands, and the wrists, so see if you can connect to that power and liveliness. And you push the floor actively through your fingers, through your hands. Maybe you can move your shoulder blades here. Maybe you can rotate the arm bones of the sock. Let's see how they move here. And you want to run and arch your back with your hands. Nice. Let's sit back and we'll have the loop over our lower back here. So right across your lower back. Yeah. And then we'll go back onto our hands and knees. Feel where the band is hugging your body. And then see if you can tuck the tail under and press up into that resistance. And then gently give in to the resistance. And then press up into that resistance. Pushing the floor away through your hands and then give in. Coming back to neutral. And then push up. And give in. Beautiful. Now sit back for a second and move your bend just like 2 inches higher. And then go back onto your hands and knees. And now try to press up where you feel the bend into that spot on your spine where you feel the bend. Can that little section of the spine push up against the resistance of the bend. We're just working on body awareness here, right? We're discovering the parts of the spine that we feel well, that we can move well, and some parts of the spine that maybe are a bit of a blind spot for us. Pressing up and then giving in. Just that part, try to keep sensing the part where you feel the bend pressing into the spine. Pushing up and then giving in. Beautiful. And then sit back and move it higher, 2 inches higher. So this will be probably right underneath the shoulder blades. And then try those pushing up and giving in again. And try to minimize the movement through the rest of the spine. Try to just move the part where you feel the bend. Beautiful. And now move it even higher still, maybe across your shoulder blade so it's closer to your upper back. And do those same pushing up. And giving. Lovely. And then slowly sit back, take the bend off your back. Come down onto your forearms. Allow your chest to collapse towards the floor. And then pushing through the arms. Push up, widen the space between the shoulder blades. Inhale, release the chest down. Exhale, push through the forearms. So the spine doesn't really move here. It's just the shoulder blade gliding in towards the spine. And then as you push through the forearms, you widen the space between the shoulder blades. One more time in. Allow the head to hang. And push. Beautiful. Now press into your hands. Come up into your tabletop. And then slowly go down into the forearms. Do it a few times. Try not to move your spine, so it's all on your shoulders, all on your hands. Pushing up, and then slowly going down. We're sort of hinging at the hips, right? But the spine doesn't move. It's all in our arms. Nice and slow. Down. And push up. Pressing through your hands. See if you can move the eye of the elbow towards me. Forward, see? It's the arm bone that's rotating inside the shoulder socket. And then see if you can lift your one hand off the floor and nothing changes in the spine. And then push, put the hand down, push, let go of the other hand, nothing changes in the spine. Beautiful. And then push. And then go. One hand. And then put it down, push, and lift the other hand. Beautiful, and bring it down. Now let's walk our hands over to the left. Still a tabletop. Pretend the band is across your upper back and you're gently pressing out into that band. Now your right arm will reach, come up onto the fingertips, and then you'll send your hips back to your heels, softening your left elbow, and release your head down. Keep pressing up into that phantom band across your upper back. And come back. Walk over to center and over to the other side. Now pressing up into the band across the upper back. Reach the left arm forward, come up into the fingertips. Softening the right elbow and pull your hips back. While pressing up into that imaginary band across your upper back. Back to center, and then walking back into your tabletop. Come down onto your forearms. Flip your hands over so the palms are facing up. We'll move the elbows forward 2 inches so the elbows are slightly in front of your shoulders. Press up into the imaginary band across your upper back. And then pull the hips back. Keep gluing the back of your hands into the floor. Release your head down. Keep sending your ribcage up towards the sky. And then slowly bring yourself up and then push yourself up. Onto your hands. Make your way onto the side so you can see the screen. And I will find a porter's ball or your pillows. A couple of pillows will work well, I think. So if you have the porter's ball, put your blanket at the top of your mat and then the porter's ball right in front of the blanket. If you only have pillows, put 2 pillows here and then 1 there. So the middle part is higher than the part underneath your head. Just watch me do this. Place the porter's ball right underneath the shoulder blades. Go from your side, maybe pin it down with your weight and then roll over. And then sort of adjust it once. You have to find the right height for you underneath your head. So if this feels like you're way too high and your head will not reach the floor, fold your blanket one more time. So it feels like you're extending across the chest, right? But your neck doesn't strain. Release a bend. Take a moment here, you can allow the arms to relax by your sides. Find a comfortable angle for your arms that works for you. So if wrists in line with your shoulders creates discomfort in the shoulders, maybe move the arms slightly down. Take a few breaths here. Try to extend the space between the shoulder blades where you feel the shoulders walk. So now we'll interlock our fingers right underneath the base of our skull. Send the elbows out to the side. Allow your head to rest in your hands. We'll take a gentle inhale. As you exhale, bring your elbows together. Keep exhaling till you feel a gentle pulling through the front of your abdominal wall. At the bottom of the exhale, you'll find it. And that action will pull your upper body up. And you'll do like a mini crunch here, but with your exhale power. And then slowly press your head back into your hands. Coming back to your original shape, opening the elbows out to the side. Inhale here. Exhale. Feel for that gentle pulling in sensation through the front of your abs, abdominal wall. Bring the elbows together and then pull them in. Push the head back into your hands and slowly come back to the original shape. Open the elbows out to the side. Inhale here. Exhale. Feel for the hugging in sensation and gentle pulling through the abdominal wall where your arms connecting to the ribs in the front, elbows together. Pull your head in. The head is heavy. And I'm pushing back into your hands and gently resisting the hands back into the base of your skull. And open the elbows out to the side. One last time. Inhale here. Exhale. Elbows together. Pull the head in. And pressing back into your hands. Slowly, slowly come back to the original shape. And allow the arms to rest by your sides. Make sure your neck is comfortable. Take a few breaths right into the space between your shoulder blades.